Welcome back to Scoreline, the second part of Scoreline. My name is Robinson Okenyo. We want to shift gears right now. We want to move to the Kasarani Gymnasium right here in Nairobi. And we will be talking to Linda Rotuno. And Rotuno, if you can hear me, I know we are talking about roll ball. So what is happening right there? Is it the new championship, or do we have the national team taking part in their practice, their normal practice?
So today, Robinson, marks the end of the pre-season friendly matches that have been taking part for almost 1 week now. And these matches are just in preparation for the National League season, which is going to begin in about 2 weeks' time, and also in preparation for the East African Championship, which is still not a guarantee. And also to add, we have preparations for the World Championships that are going to take place next year. Now, going on behind me right now is the second semi-final and the final semi-final of the women's team that is between Chibela and Kenyatta University. And today we just have a number of clubs taking part in the pre-season friendly. And the first semi-final of the women's, we had Glory Outreach Assembly versus St. Paul's University, and Glory Outreach Assembly managed to take the day. And in this semi-finals, we have the reigning national women's champions, that is Chibela. And joining me right now is Jared Tobias. Jared Tobias is the coach of the national team. Jared, how are you today?
I'm good, I'm fine.
How have the pre-season friendlies been?
It was fine, it was good, because I've seen that many teams have participated in this pre-season, and we are so happy because the competition was so high, and we are glad that because we are going to have our league, we are going to have a lot of competition with so many teams coming on board.
Okay, Coach, just to shift focus away from the National League, which begins soon, we have the East Africa Championship, which is not a guarantee participation for our national team. Why is this the case?
So far we have got some challenges because we haven't got the sponsor for participating in that East African Championship, but we are eager that we are willing, we are going to get it. Because so far we have been depending on government who have been our sponsored, but they told us they don't have funds so far. But we are waiting for the well wishes and also our sponsors like GOA, who are currently our sponsors for the other previous event, so that they can come on board and help us to participate in that event.
As the matches have been going on, I've been having some banter with the players, and they appear to be very concerned with the situation right now. Does the federation share the same concern?
Yes, because the federation so far, we have been talking with our chairman and the secretary general. They are in up and down looking for our sponsorship, and also well wishers who can come on board to help us so that we can participate in that event. Yeah.
And Kenya is known to be 5-time champions in the East African scope, and they really want to continue with this role, and they're actually the reigning champions, African champions. How do you think is the state of the sport in the country, within the country?
So far it's going up, and it's good, because we find that we have got so many universities who have come on board to participate in this event, and also we have started in other counties so that we can have this event to go up like other sports. And we see it in Kenya, roll ball is going to be a major sport in our country, and also find that we are reigning champion in East Africa. Also in Africa, we are reigning champion. So we are looking forward to see that this event cannot be down, but be up here in the country.
You've mentioned efforts to reach out to other counties. So far, what is the progress?
The progress so far is good, because find that we have got in Kisumu and Mombasa, and also in Nakuru, and also in Eldoret. We have got clubs so far in those counties, and also in Embu and Nyeri. We have already started, and we have some junior clubs so far.
Are we at a position whereby we may have a national team with players from other counties?
Yes, madam, we have. Because so far we used to have players from Nairobi only, but now we are focusing outside. Because I find that when we have started selecting the junior championship, we find that so many players come from outside the county of Nairobi. In Mombasa, we have about 3 players. Kisumu, we got about 4 players. Nakuru, we got 1 player. And also in Embu, we got 2 players. So also I see in senior come next year, come next time, we are going to have also players from other counties to join the national team.
Other than just the National League and the East African Championships, which are going to be held next month, do we have any other big tournaments coming up?
Yes, we have so far the World Cup, which is near the corner because it will be next year in February. It will be going to play in England. And also we have missed just for the African Championship, which was supposed to go in Egypt, but due to lack of fund, we didn't have to participate in that event. Now we are focusing in the World Cup because that is the near. Because the next year, February, is just around the corner. So that's the major event we are looking forward on it. Also, we have the East African Championship, which we are now having this pre-season, and also we are selecting players who can join the national team to participate in that East African Championship in Rwanda.
Let's talk about resources. How good or bad is the situation of resources in roll ball in the country?
First of all, the major problem is the pitch. Because to find the pitch of playing roll ball, it needs like the one we are seeing here at my back, that's the tarmac, and to find that place like this one is so hard. Most of them we are playing in the handball court, and that we find in maybe like SPU, where we can find the court like that, here in Kasarani, and also indoor arena. The other one we just used to play in the basketball court. But that is the major problem we are facing, because the court, you can't find it in Mombasa, in Kisumu, it's so hard to get it. That's why we used to play also in Nairobi. But other thing is the skates. The skates and the wheel, those are the major problems the players are facing. Yes.
Thank you so much, Coach. And so, Robinson, just as you have heard, these are preparations for the National League season, which again begins in 2 weeks' time. Now, just to brief you a little bit on how Kenya has been performing, we are the two-time champions, that is Africa, and we are also 5-time champions in the East African region, and globally we are ranked third. So there is a very big potential for this team, which rather is a sport that still continues to develop in the country. Back to the studio.
Well, thanks a lot, Linda Rotuno, right there at the Kasarani Stadium right here in Nairobi, following up on the roll ball pre-season games that are currently going on. Of course, we'll be keeping an eye on that